Hey guys, Pete here from Netbooked. Today I am reviewing the Lenovo IdeaPad S10-3. Overall, I'm very impressed with it. Not many negative things to say about this netbook. I'll just give you a tour of the machine, go over the pros and cons, and then I'll just sum it up by telling you whether this netbook is worth it or not. So let's go over the pros now. So first the keyboard. As I said, this is wider than most other netbooks, so you can fit in a really large keyboard that's very comfortable to type on. There's no flex. Keyboard is just probably one of the best I've used on a 10-inch netbook. No flex. I have a Japanese keyboard, so some of the keys are slightly different, as you're probably used to. You can expect a larger backspace key and a larger single row enter key, which is a bit larger. Probably a larger right shift key. Just two things that caught me off guard, and that's the switched control and function keys. But you get used to that, as the control key is a bit larger on this netbook than older netbooks, which have the same issue. And of course there's no F12 key, you have to do function F11, but I don't know how many times you press F12, so really that's not much of a problem. Next, it's quiet, very quiet. Probably one of the quietest 10-inch netbooks that has a fan. Then the display, bright display. I think goes up, I'm not sure what the brightness is, but it's probably around 200 nits or a little more. Of course, being bright, it may be a bit difficult to use outdoors, but for indoors it's certainly more than enough. Then we have battery life. We've got a 6-cell battery here, and I'm getting around 7 to 8 hours. That's with light web surfing, no watching of flash videos, at the lowest brightness settings with Wi-Fi on and Bluetooth on, so that's quite good, 7 to 8 hours. Then the sound quality next. Very good sound quality coming out of the stereo speakers at the bottom there. There's Dolby headphone for when you're listening to the audio from the headphones, and that's quite good audio quality with Dolby headphone, as well as through the speakers. However, it's not that loud. Probably like on the Asus by 1410, it doesn't get that loud, but still perfectly good enough for a small room. Then the upgradability. Not many netbooks give you a large access panel to access the hard drive. Most just give you an access panel for the RAM, but since you've got an access panel for the hard drive, you can easily upgrade that, or your Wi-Fi card, or 3G modem card. So that's not many netbooks give you that feature. And of course the matte lid, that's another pro. Not many netbooks have a matte lid, but an increasing number are offering a matte lid. And speaking of this lid, the screen bezel here, it opens up very smoothly. There's just something really nice about this. A lot of netbook lids that open up, they feel kind of stiff, and it kind of makes them feel kind of cheap, but here it just feels really good. And the actual thickness of this lid is a lot thinner than most other netbook lids. Really nice. Let's take a look at the cons. First, the trackpad. It's a little cramped vertically, but that's not really much of a problem. The main problem would probably be the scrolling sensitivity response and the buttonless trackpad configuration. So if you're a two-handed user of the trackpad, like you have one finger on the button and you use the other hand for scrolling, you cannot just put your finger anywhere and scroll, because it won't work. As you can see here, it's not working. You have to put your button finger on the very edge, then you can scroll, and then you can press a button and click links as well, as long as you have your finger on the very bottom edge. That does take getting used to. Once you do get used to it, however, it's no problem at all. The next issue I have is probably with scrolling. Somehow I don't find scrolling as good as on some other netbooks like the EPC Seashell range or the Acer Aspire 1 ones. If you're doing large, somehow the scrolling doesn't seem to be that responsive. Like right now, I'm trying to scroll, but it's not working at all. Alright, here we go, we've got it working now. Somehow it seems to, you have to move your fingers quite a bit before it registers scrolling. I don't know how to explain it really, but I'm just not quite satisfied with scrolling. Occasionally it flicks right, when I'm scrolling it will jump right to the top of the page. So it seems a bit jumpy, I don't know, it's just not quite as good as some other netbooks. So I just find myself just using the cursor keys to scroll up and down. So that's really the main weakness, the trackpad. You can use you can set scrolling on the side if you don't like two-fingered scrolling, but it seems to have the same response, the same weakness. And so that's as I said, that's the main weakness. The other two would be the audio is not as loud as some other netbooks which I've covered, and the Mini PCI Express slot does not work with a Broadcom HD decoder card. So we've taken a look at the pros and cons of this S10-3 netbook. I don't have much negative to say about this netbook, so overall I'm very pleased with it. I can definitely recommend it. What sets this netbook apart from other netbooks is the super wide keyboard. It's a little wider than most other netbooks, and it chops off the makes the depth a little shorter, but it's a little wider than most other netbooks. So superb keyboard, and you get a little extra compared to some other netbooks. You've got the large access panel on the back to access the hard drive. Most of the netbooks don't allow you to do that, and you've got a few other extras like the Dolby headphone technology and the APS active protection system for the hard drive to protect it from falls. And it's priced pretty decently at $349 to $369, depending on where you get it. I think Amazon has it for $349. Lenovo has it for $369. They occasionally have deals where it drops to the low 300 mark, so that's definitely a good deal if you can find one of those coupons. It's available in black or red. I have the black model here, obviously. Yes, it's really good. I can recommend this. Take a look at my written review for a more detailed report of this netbook. And if you have any questions, please ask. So that is the Lenovo IdeaPad S10-3 netbook. Peter from Netbooked. Thanks for watching.